Something about Carissa Broadbent where I'm like, I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her. I love a speedy book. We're going to put these back on the shelves and continue to avoid them. Like, the math is not mathing right now. The friend was like okay with it, but like, was she really? Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reading books that I have been avoiding. So I feel like there's quite a long list of some books that I've been avoiding, and some of those books off the top of my head that will not be in this video are A Little Life and Priory of the Orange Tree. As you all know, Priory of the Orange Tree is like 800-900 pages long, so been avoiding that one because of the length, and then A Little Life because of the subject matter, obviously. But one of these days I'm gonna read both of those. Maybe if I decide to do a part 2 of this video, I'll put those in that one. But as far as this video goes, this is going to be a majority of fantasy. There is one romance on here that I have been avoiding, but it is a majority of fantasy. So the first one, which I feel like will come as a surprise to no one, literally, if you've been a long time viewer of my channel, I feel like you have seen this book so many times. I've never picked it up, but this time I'm for real. This time I'm picking it up, and that is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And I've been avoiding this book probably for at least 3 years now. This book has been on a mini TBR over the years, and I just still haven't read it. So I do plan on reading this book this month in this video. It's happening. It's getting done. I'm reading this book. The next book that I've been avoiding is a newer release, but I have been avoiding it all the same, and that is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I love Ali Hazelwood's books, but this one I have been avoiding because the subject matter about dating her friend's boyfriend has been talked about regarding this book, and I feel like that has been putting me off. So I've been a little bit hesitant to pick this up. So I have been avoiding this book. So hopefully I will get to it in this video. Now, I am showing you a few books in this video. I'm no guarantee that I'm going to read all of them. I'm going to try to read all of them, but no guarantees. The next book is Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book in the Carval series. There's no good reason that I've been avoiding this one. I really enjoyed Carval when I read it, but I don't know. I feel like it's time to continue on with the series, so I feel like I'm ready now to pick this up. I have been avoiding this. It's been over 6 months since I read Carval, so I don't know. I feel like now is the time. Next, we've got The Throne of Broken Gods by Amber V. Nicole, and I have actively been avoiding this book. I read the Book of Azrael last year, probably in like November-ish, October-November time frame. And I thought it was just okay, but I liked it enough to continue in the series, but didn't like it enough to where I needed to continue the series right away. So since then, I've pretty much been avoiding this book, and it's been sitting on my shelves for months now. And so I figured maybe now is the time that I'll finally get to pick this book up. So this is on the TBR as well. And the final book that is on this TBR is another Carissa Broadbent book, and that is Children of Fallen Gods. This is the second book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. And the way that I've been avoiding Serpent and the Wings of Night, the way that I avoided Daughter of No Worlds until I read it back in December, I've also been avoiding this. I don't know, something about Carissa Broadbent where I'm like, I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her. Like, not that I feel like she's done anything to warrant me being afraid, but like literally for some reason I'm so terrified to pick up her books. So hence why there are 2 books from her on this list, and I have been avoiding this one, but I did want to continue in this series. And I've been in such a big fantasy mood lately that I feel like now is the time to read these massive fantasy books that I have been avoiding. So that is the goal here. That's the plan. That's why I'm wanting to do this video. Plus I am participating in Escape the Readathon, and one of the prompts is to read books that you have been avoiding. So I figured also too, since I'm already doing that this month, why not make a video and just read some books that I've been avoiding. So that's what I'm gonna be doing over the next few days. So yeah, we're starting with Serpent and the Wings of Night. I'm going to be starting this right now, and fingers crossed that I like this and that it's not as scary as I feel like. I don't know, it's just words on paper, so like literally I just need to get over it. So This is book number 1 that I'm starting with. Don't know what order I'm going to read these books in or if I'll get to all of these, but we're starting with this one. And yeah, so I will update you guys once I have my first update on The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Hello. Okay, so I wanted to give an update before going to bed. So I did start The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I literally started this after I was trying to find literally anything else to do. Literally anything else. Like I called my mom. I was on the phone with my mom for a little while. Like I was like trying to like do the dishes. I like made a snack. Like I literally was doing everything that I did not need to be doing in order to not start this book when I told you guys that I was going to start this book. So I just started this book probably about, I don't know, like an hour ago, maybe like an hour and a half ago, but I made it to page 88, which is chapter 11. So I'm about 18 or so ish percent into this book. I have been reading it on my Kindle actually because it is on Kindle Unlimited, or at least I think it is. It was when I downloaded it, and it's literally been sitting on my Kindle for probably like 2 years at this point. So I've been reading it on my Kindle while I've been sitting here. So far, I am really enjoying this. I am liking this way more than I liked Daughter of No Worlds. I felt like that book was a little bit more on the cozy side, and this book is a little bit more fast paced. Obviously this is a duology, or like it's like a series of duologies, and so the first two follow like specific characters, and then the next ones after that like follow different characters. And so I feel like since this is only 2 books instead of a trilogy, I feel like the pacing is a little bit quicker, which I'm enjoying. And I feel like I'm just liking this story a little bit more because it is like trials that are going on. Like we're following Araya, and she is in these trials to try and become like a vampire essentially, because she's human, but she's like in these trials with all these other vampires, and there's like demons and like all of this stuff that's going on too. And I feel like this book is just moving a lot faster than the Daughter of No Worlds book did when I read that. And so I feel like I'm more invested in this currently than I was in that. Now, I will say this has nothing to do with the story. This is all about the book. So I, like I mentioned, have had this book for literally years and years and years. This is the indie version of this book, and obviously this book and this series has since been picked up by a traditional publisher. I was like, okay, no biggie. I didn't ever order the second book because I did not read the first one. So I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. So far, I'm really liking it. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna have to get the second book. I've just learned that the second book paperback is probably about an inch or so shorter than the indie book. So like, why was that a thing? So now I'm probably gonna have to order this first one again in paperback with the new green snake on it, because this one is just like the like black and blue snake, the new one. So that way they'll be the same height. I'm gonna look on Pango and see if I can find the second book and see if like nobody's charging like an outrageous amount of money for the second book in the indie edition. I doubt I'll be able to find it, but yeah, I don't know. But that just like kind of made me a little sad tonight, but that's okay. But anyways, I'm going to bed. Really enjoying this so far. I hate that it's taken me so long to pick it up. I'm glad that I'm liking it. I was definitely really nervous, really scared about starting this, but now that I'm in it, we just finished the first trial. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm 11 chapters in, I'm on chapter 11 and we've already had the first trial. Like I love a speedy book. Like I love books that are quick, and this is quick and I'm loving it. I'm eating it up, and I'm probably going to finish the rest of this tomorrow. I'll probably even read it in one sitting. We'll see. Plus I feel like the writing is so much different in this one than in Daughter of No Worlds. I feel like this one is just so much easier for me to read for some reason than that one. I don't know, but maybe it's because I'm like more in a fantasy mood now, like at this point in time. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to bed, going to pick this up tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow when I have more of an update and once I've read some more of this book. And I'll probably update you guys when I reach like 50%, maybe. I don't know, when I see, well, maybe like chapter 29-ish. I don't know, whatever 50% is of this book. So yeah, that's my update for now, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. update on The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I have been watching sprints. Tori has been hosting sprints for Escape the Readathon. So I have been participating in that for the past like couple of hours. And so there's about 5 minutes left on this current sprint. And I think there might be one more sprint after this one, but I'm probably gonna go take a nap soon because I'm getting kind of sleepy. But it's currently like 12:30. So I'll probably see about making some lunch here soon as well. But as far as my update on The Serpent and the Wings of Night, so I'm currently on chapter 31, which is page 272. So I'm a little bit over halfway and I'm really enjoying this. I am definitely liking this way more than I thought. But I feel like also too, I knew that I was going to like this, and I think that's why I put this book off for so long. Plus, I think the hype around this series really just kind of got to me and made me not want to read it and not want to pick it up. So I'm happy that I am finally picking this book up. It is so fun, but I also feel like fun is like the wrong word because it is like a little dark. Like some of the trials and stuff, like it is very gory. There's a lot of like killing and murder happening. I am now on part 5, which means that it is the 5th trial. And yeah, I don't know, it's so fast paced, it's so easy to read, there's so much going on. I'm really having a good time. I don't feel bored in this book at all. Like I feel like it's kind of hard for me to put it down, which I like, and I'm definitely enjoying that about this. So I'm definitely interested to see how this book is going to end, what's going to happen. I feel like Araya is definitely starting to question some things that she was grown up taught, and so it's definitely interesting seeing her mindset kind of shift as she's like going through these trials and seeing her father and like who he kind of is as more of like a king than as like a father figure. And it's kind of interesting to see how her morals are kind of like fighting against what she has grown up believing. So it's like, it's so interesting. Like I'm really enjoying it. I am definitely so curious to see what's gonna happen, and especially like at the end and what's gonna happen with Rain, and if like, yeah, I'm so interested. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm probably actually pausing for now because there's like 2.5 minutes left in the sprint, so I don't think I'll start the next chapter because it is a little bit longer, which I mean, these chapters aren't very long at all. Like these are short chapters, which I really like as well. So it's like not only is this book fast paced, but it's also short chapters, which makes it feel even more fast paced. I feel like the only thing that would really make this book like far more superior in my opinion is if we had multiple point of views. And I understand why we don't in this first one, but I'm hoping that in the second book we do get Rain's point of view, because I would love to hear from him. I want to know more about him. I want to know more about his backstory. I just want to know more about him. But yeah, so that is my update for now on The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I will probably update you guys later once I finish this book, but yeah, it'll probably be later this afternoon before I finish this. But I'm super excited to be reading this. I'm really loving it so far, so figured I would give that update, and I will let you know my thoughts a little bit later if I have more to update. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys again a little bit later. Hello. Okay, so I just finished The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, and I think I'm gonna rate this book 4 stars. So I really enjoyed this, and the ending was so good. The ending was so good, and I'm definitely so ready to pick up the next book. Like I probably will be picking up the next book later this month, but I have to wait for it to come because I did actually find the indie out of print version on Pango for like not a ridiculous price. I think I found it for like $20, and then I had like some credit, so then I ended up only paying like $13 for it. So hopefully they'll be shipping that sometime like this upcoming week, and I'll be getting that in the next like week or two. So I'm excited for that. But the way that this ended, I was not expecting that ending at all whatsoever. Like I knew obviously that there could only be one winner because like that's the whole point of like the trials and the games, but like I was not expecting that ending. Yeah, like that really just kind of threw me for a loop, but I really enjoyed the story. It was so fast paced. It was so fun. Loved the games, the trials. It was so gory. It was so just like fantastical. And I just had a really good time. The writing was easy. The story was like easy to follow. I just enjoyed my time reading this. And I hate that it took me so long to pick this book up, but I'm glad that I did pick it up because I really enjoyed it, and I definitely would recommend this book if you have not read it. But now that I'm officially done with this book, I will be moving on to the next book that I'm planning on reading for this video, which is going to be Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. So I'm a little nervous about this one. I feel like the trope in this is not exactly one that I like prefer, and so that's the reason that I've been putting it off. But I'm definitely interested to see what I'm gonna think about this book, so I will be starting this right now. I'm going to see if I can maybe finish this before I go to bed tonight. It's currently 7 o'clock. Yeah, no, I don't think so because it's like 440 something pages. So I don't think I'll be able to finish that in the next 2-ish hours. Probably not. So I'll probably end up starting this tonight and finishing this probably tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this now, and I will update you guys again in a little bit, probably after I've read a little bit and can tell you a little bit more about the book. Okay, so I'm reading Deep End, and like I'm on page 61, and I mean, okay, so far it's like not terrible. The whole reason for them starting their relationship I'm not vibing with. I'm not loving the whole we're dating, but I want my friend, like, yeah, I don't know, the whole like premise of like Scarlett's captain is dating this guy who is also a swimmer, and they don't align in the bedroom, and so she suggests that they break up, and then she suggests that Scarlett and her now ex-boyfriend get together, and then I guess eventually obviously they do get together, obviously, because, but I feel like I can tell that like he has been so like intrigued with her, even though he has been in this relationship, which it's saying that they've been in a relationship for like at least 5 years now at this point, because I'm assuming they're probably around 20. They might be a little bit older. So they've been together since they were 15. So say they're like 20, 21. That's 5 or 6 years that they've been together. And so I don't know. It's been very obvious to me that he, what's his name? I forgot his name. Lucas is intrigued by Scarlett. So I don't know, but that's not the reason that I started this clip. I started this clip because Scarlett is in Dr. Carlson's class, and like, I love that. I love that we're getting a cameo of Dr. Adam Carlson himself. Literally stunning. I love the Love Hypothesis. I'm like, do I need to go and do a reread of Love Hypothesis because I got this little cameo of Dr. Carlson? Because stunning. Adam J. Carlson, love him. So that's so fun. I love when like you see other characters from like other books that authors have written, and so I just think that's so fun because they're at Stanford, and since Dr. Carlson is a professor there, and Scarlett's in his class, and I love that. That's so fun. But just wanted to pop in and give that update. But I don't know. I'm very like, I don't know. I'm like very on the edge of whether or not this is for me. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep going, and I'll probably update again before I go to bed, let you guys know where I ended up, and talk to you guys again later. Okay, so I've come to give my final update for the night. So I have been sitting here, I've been reading Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I'm on page 124, which is the start of chapter 21. So this is where I will be putting the book down for the evening. It's currently 8:35, and so I'm gonna go get ready for bed because it is currently Sunday night, and I do have to get up to go to work tomorrow. So I'm pausing my reading for the time being. I was able to get a skip the line copy of the audiobook, so I will be listening to the audiobook tomorrow while I'm getting ready to go to work, and then while I'm at work, if I have some downtime to listen while I'm working, then I will listen tomorrow. So I do have plans on more than likely finishing this tomorrow, so there might not be any like B-roll or anything for this book, but yeah, so far I'm liking it. Okay, like it's reading very much like an Ali Hazelwood book, which I like Ali Hazelwood's writing. I'm fine with that. Like it's giving what I expected, but as far as like the storyline is, I don't know. And I feel like Scarlett is entering into this arrangement because she's jealous. Yeah, I don't know. The situation I feel like is hard because obviously Penn is okay with it. She's the one that's essentially like setting them up, but I don't love that Penn wants everyone to continue to think that her and Lucas are still together when she's literally doing whatever it is that she wants to do, but like all of their friends are thinking that her and Lucas are still together while she's like going on these dates and like hanging out with these guys and like whatever, like starting essentially like a new relationship with her TA or whatever. Like I don't know, because then I feel like it's gonna look bad on Scarlett because then she'll essentially be seen as like a homewrecker or like, you know, going after her friend's boyfriend. And I don't know. It's like, but I feel like aside from the whole like reason that Penn felt like they would be good together, I feel like this is very like reminiscent of college. Obviously the story takes place in college, and I feel like this situation does happen quite often, and not necessarily like this exact scenario, but I feel like you meet someone, they're dating someone, they decide that that relationship is no longer for them, and then somehow, some way, like a friend could end up with that person because they're more like, I don't know. It's hard because it's not a great thing. It's not a good thing. Like the way that, I don't know, it feels very backstabby, but then it's also like when you're reading and Penn is like so there for it, it's like hard. I don't know. I don't feel like I can talk about this well enough and like describe it well enough, because it's like, I don't know, because like, do I agree? No. But like, is it fun? I mean, kinda. I don't know. It's just, I'm feeling very middle of the road. I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it. So I don't see myself giving this book 1 star, and I definitely don't see myself giving it 5 star. Yeah, I don't know. It's feeling very middle of the road. So we'll see. I'm sure here in the next little bit, the spice is gonna start picking up because they've just agreed to the arrangement. So that's where I'm at. And that is where I'm putting it down for tonight. But I will say this book is so heavy. Like it's heavy, like it is thick, like, and not thick, but like the cover is so thick, and like the book is just heavy. It's very dense. So yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm just like rambling. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna put my eye drops in. Navy is asleep on my pillow over there. So we're about to go to bed, and that's all for tonight. I don't know what's happening. I'm feeling a little delusional or something. I don't know. But anyway, so that's all for now. And I will talk to you guys again probably tomorrow. Hello. Okay, so I wanted to give the update that I did end up finishing Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I've decided to give this book 3 stars. I don't think that this was my least favorite Ali Hazelwood book, but I will say I didn't love the way that the main characters got together. Like obviously I know the friend was like okay with it, but like, was she really? I mean, no, but like, yes. And so, I don't know, obviously it ended up working out because it's a romance. They, you know, end up together with their happily ever after and whatnot, but I did not love that. And I also didn't love the way that Lucas called Scarlett troll. Like, I just thought that was so weird. Like, why are you calling the supposed person that you've been pining after for years and years and years and the supposed love of your life, why are you calling her troll? Like, that's, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, yeah. I don't know. But anyways, 3 stars to this. I feel like it was very like middle of the road. I feel like as far as Ali's writing, I feel like it has improved so much in this book, but I just feel like the tropes in this were just not my favorite. But I will say, like, Ali Hazelwood's writing was so good in this. It was so easy to read, so like fast paced, like just everything I love about Ali Hazelwood's books, just minus the trope. I feel like if the trope and the reason for them getting together was different in the beginning, then I feel like I would have liked this so much more. But I don't know, it was still a good time. It was still fun. I can see why people hate it. I can see why people love it. I'm falling in the middle of the road. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. But now that I'm finished with that, I will be starting the next book that I'm going to be reading for this video, and that is going to be Children of Fallen Gods by Carissa Broadbent. This is the second book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. So obviously another Carissa Broadbent book in this video. So this is the next one I'm going to be starting. I did download it because it is on Kindle Unlimited. So I will probably be starting this tonight. I do not exactly remember where we left off in Daughter of No Worlds, but I'm hoping that there will at least be like kind of a refresher here at the beginning. But I just remember that book being very like cozy, like on the cozier side. So I'm hoping that things kind of like ramp up a little bit here in this second book. So yeah, I'm super excited to start this. I'm a little nervous, but I feel like I'm coming off of a romance book. I feel like I'm kind of more in like a romance mood now. So I don't know, but I am still very much in a fantasy mood as well. So I'm hoping that this will be exactly what I need. So I will be starting this, but for now I am about to go get in the shower and put on my pajamas and then make dinner because my dad ended up coming to pick up Navy while I was at work today. So I did have to go over there to pick Navy up before coming home. So I am a little bit later getting home. So my like evening routine is a little bit like pushed back. So it is now 6:41. So I'm running a little bit behind schedule from like my normal evening routine, which is fine, but I'm gonna get us some dinner, figure that out, and get comfy and in some pajamas and stuff. And I might talk to you guys a little bit later this evening, but we'll see. So yeah, that's an update for now, and I'll talk to you guys again a little bit later. Good morning. So I wanted to give the quick update that I did do some reading last night in Children of Fallen Gods. So the audiobook is actually free right now on Audible for all 3 books. I'm pretty sure with like the download of the ebook or from Kindle Unlimited, or maybe they're just free altogether, I don't know. But I do know that when I downloaded this on my Kindle last night, it had little headphones, so that way I could download the audiobook. So that is what I did. It was also available at my library on audio, so that was nice as well. But anyway, so I read just a little tiny sliver of this, like literally not a whole lot at all. I'm on page 55, which is chapter 7. My goal last night was to read 50 pages of this. I would have liked to have read more, obviously, but it was starting to get a little late. I was starting to get a little sleepy, so figured just read what I can. And so that ended up being 54 pages, and I'm happy with that. So I'm going to continue reading this today as well. Like I mentioned, I do have the audiobook, so I can listen to it while I'm at work and hopefully get a majority of this listened to today. I just don't feel like this book gives the same vibes as Serpent and the Wings of Night. And I feel that way, and like the pacing and like the writing just doesn't feel the same. I don't know, because like obviously it's the same author and like, you know, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not loving this story and this storyline as much as I liked Serpent. So I don't know, we'll see. Obviously there's more. I'm only 50 pages in. I still have like 600 to go. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling very iffy about this. So we'll see. I hear that the second book and the third book are like way better than the first one. And I didn't absolutely love the first book. So we'll see. I gave it like 3.75 stars or something like that. So I don't know. Just, I don't know. Feeling very like mid about this book in the series so far, but we'll see. But yeah, so I figured I'd give that update really quickly, let you guys know that I did indeed start this last night, and I'm about to head off to go to work right now. It's currently 7:03, so it is time for me to leave. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys probably when I get home from work today. Hello. Okay, so I'm now home from work and I have some unfortunate news. I think I'm going to be DNFing Children of Fallen Gods. And this book is so boring. This book is so boring. Oh my god, like literally I cannot get into it. I'm not liking this book. I'm not liking this story. Like literally nothing is happening. And like the stuff that is happening, I literally don't care about. And so I'm like, okay, is it because I haven't read the first book for 6 months? But I'm like, is that the case? Because I don't know, like I liked Daughter of No Worlds all right. Like I gave it 3.75 stars, but like thinking back on it, like it feels more like a 3-star book. Like I didn't love it. And now this, like I'm really just really not loving. So I'm like, okay, do I need to DNF it, put it down, maybe try and pick it up again later when I'm more into like a cozier style fantasy mood? Because every once in a while I do get kind of in the mood where I'm looking for more of a cozy fantasy. And this is like not giving me what I need. Like, I want a fantasy that's going to grab my attention, that's going to really just kind of like intrigue me and provide the escapism that I need, and this is not doing that. And I hate that because like obviously this series is so popular, this trilogy, like so many people love this trilogy, and I was reading where I was like, oh, the first little bit is a little hard to get into, but like if you keep going, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to keep going. We're already 2 books in, and like I thought the first one was all right, and like now you're telling me I'm already over 100 pages into a 600-page book and you're saying that it gets better, and we're already nearly halfway through the series at this point. Like the math is not mathing right now, and so unfortunately I'm putting this book down. It's a DNF for me. I might try and pick it up again later if I'm like more in the mood for like a cozy fantasy or something like that, but like this is just not, like, no. And it's crazy because it's like I really enjoyed Serpent and the Wings of Night, the first book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series, and so I'm like, and I think that's another reason why I was putting that book off, is because I read Daughter of No Worlds and thought it was just okay. So I feel like that kind of like put me off wanting to try Carissa Broadbent's other series, but I'm liking that series way more than I'm liking this. So this just is not, this is not the book for me, and it might just not be the time. But yeah, this one I'm unfortunately DNFing it. I feel like it might be a soft DNF. I might try to come to it later. Maybe my palette just needs to be a little bit more refined. Maybe I need to like get more into the fantasy genre, and this type of fantasy just isn't what I'm looking for at the moment. So I'm probably going to hang on to this book just in case. But yeah, for now, this is just not what I'm needing. So I'm switching gears. So I think I have 2 books left on this TBR, and like I kind of want to scrap both of these and pick something else. Like, do I have a romance that I've been avoiding? Because I don't know, maybe I just need a romance book, because I definitely do not think I want to pick up Throne of Broken Gods. Like, especially considering my feelings for Children of Fallen Gods. Like, I feel like considering for both of these book series, I had similar reactions to the first book where I felt like they were just okay, like they weren't fantastic, but I was intrigued enough to continue. I feel like that would be doing this book a disservice after DNFing this one. So I think we're gonna put a pause on this one, and we're gonna put a pause on this one. We're going to put these back on the shelves and continue to avoid them and try again later. And as far as Legendary, I just don't know if I'm in the mood for a young adult book. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling like I'm in the mood for this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look on my shelves and see if there's anything else that I've been avoiding. Like, obviously there are some things that I've been avoiding that I want to see if I can like decide to read right now. But I don't know. If anything, I probably will pick up Legendary if I can't find something else. But I think these like bigger fantasies right now, just not what I'm looking for, not what I'm in the mood for. So I will come back and update once I've picked out a book, but if I haven't come back, I probably started Legendary. So that's where I'm at right now. So Navy and I are probably going to go outside and sit for a little while because it is a very nice day, and do some reading because it is supposed to start like storming the rest of the week and raining the rest of the week. So we want to get outside while we can. So that's my update for now. I'm going to see about Legendary, but yeah, so that's my update for now, and I'll let you guys know once I've started something else. Hello. Okay, so I decided on a book. So I decided that I'm going to be picking up Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. So I have been putting this book off. I know that it just came out in January, and obviously that is not too long, but it has been about 5 months that I've had this book, and I have essentially been putting this book off because the most recent book that I read from Hannah Bonham Young, I didn't really love it. So I am a little bit nervous that because this is the sequel or like the spin-off, I don't really know, of Out on a Limb, that I'm not going to like this one as much, because I found when I read Next of Kin and then Next to You, I loved Next of Kin, but it didn't like Next to You. So I'm nervous that this is going to be the same situation, but I feel like this is a romance book that I have been putting off, and I feel like I'm a little bit more in a romance mood, so I'm thinking I'm going to be starting this tonight. It is currently 8 o'clock, so I don't plan on being up much longer. I'm definitely probably about to start winding down for bed here in a little bit, so I'm thinking I'll probably go ahead and shower, put my pajamas on and things like that, and then start this book tonight and see how far I can get in before going to bed. So this is the next book that I'm picking up. So that is where we're at now, and this will also be the final book that I plan on reading in this video, because on Thursday I have plans to start another video, so I want to be finished with this book by then, which in all honesty, this book is not very long. I don't even think this book is 300 pages. It's like barely 300 pages. It's 319 pages. So I definitely think that I can more than likely get this book finished by tomorrow. So that's my update. I'm going to start this and start getting ready for bed, and I will update you guys again a little bit later, probably tomorrow. Hello. Okay, so I am now home from work. I did end up starting Out of the Woods this morning, and so far I'm enjoying this. I have been listening to the audiobook all day because I was able to grab the copy from my library, so that came in, and so I've been listening to this strictly on audio today, and I've actually made it pretty far. Like, I'm actually about to finish this here in the next like maybe hour. So I'm on page 241, which is chapter 20, and in this we are following Sarah and Caleb, and we meet them in Out on a Limb. They are best friends with Wynn and Bo, and this follows them. This is a then and now timeline because they are high school sweethearts. They met when they were 14. They are now 28-ish, and we're following them as they've been married since they were 19, and now there have been some problems in their relationship, mainly on Sarah's side, with not feeling kind of like she knows what to do with her life, kind of feeling a little stuck, and her also feeling like Wynn hasn't really changed since they were younger, that he's still kind of like the same guy, and that she doesn't feel like he's really like coming to himself kind of, and that he is trying to always fix things instead of like trying to let her shine on her own. And so we're following them as they go to this like couples retreat in the woods, and they're essentially trying to fix their marriage and save their marriage. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I say so far when I'm like over a majority of the way done, but I did really like this one. I don't love this one like I loved Out on a Limb or Next of Kin, but I'm definitely liking this one way more than I liked Next to You. So I'm happy that I picked this one up. It was a pretty quick read. Like I mentioned, I have been listening to this like pretty much all day on audio in my downtime, anytime I wasn't really doing anything at work today. So like during my lunch break, and then anytime I was doing like paperwork and stuff and I didn't have to like be away from my desk, I was able to listen to the audiobook of this. And so I was able to make it a pretty good chunk of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm seeing that I'm probably going to end up giving this book a 4-star, which I feel like is a decent rating. So I feel like I am happy so far with this book, but I am about to sit here and finish it. I am really hungry, so I'm thinking I might go make dinner really quickly and then sit here and finish this book. And once I finish this book, that means that it'll be the end of today's video. So I am going to go grab dinner, and I'm going to read this and finish it, and then I will give you my final thoughts on this book before I close out this vlog. Okay, so I'm back, and I just finished Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young, and I'm gonna give this book 4 stars. I enjoyed this. I thought this was fun. I feel like this would be a great summer romance if you're looking for a book to read when it's like warmer out, since it does take place like mostly during the summer-ish time frame, and they're like in the woods, they're outdoors. So if you're looking for that kind of vibe, it's also forced proximity because they are in the woods together, and like it's marriage in trouble trope, which this is probably, I think, maybe like the third book that I've read with that trope in it, and I actually enjoy that trope more than I probably thought I would have. I don't know, but I enjoyed this, and I definitely will be picking up more from Hannah Bonham Young in the future. I just think that maybe Next to You just wasn't for me, or maybe I just need to give that one another try like later on down the line or something. But this one I enjoyed, decided to give 4 stars, and I'm happy that I finally was able to read this one. But with that being said, that means that this was the last book that I was planning on reading for today's video. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all of my social media linked in the description, and if you've made it to this point in the video, leave a tree emoji for Out of the Woods, since they did spend quite a bit of time in the trees in the woods. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.